G'day, how you going guys? Jazza the boily, contract boily from Brisbane. These are some of the projects that we get up to. Welcome to the first episode. This is a fresnel lens that we've taken out of this TV in order to construct a solar death ray, which we'll subsequently cook chicken on, which will be pretty funny. Come along for the ride. It's a 3-part mini series, if you will, short clips, and yeah, we'll have a bit of fun along the way. Bring a beer, so this goes for a little while, polishing, and yeah, we'll go from there, eh? Cheers. Righto, so we've completed the test piece, and we're confident that the methods that we intend to employ, which are the Scotch-Brite, medium Scotch-Brite, followed swiftly by the cut and buff, Armour all, and you know, I mean, the lens isn't in a good state as it stands. It's been sitting outside for some time, and you know, it's just scratched. I reckon if we hit it with the Scotch-Brite first and then buff it, you can see the clear difference in just a small section that we've done. You know, probably easier seen like this, right? So
yeah,
we've gotten rid of majority of the scratches that were, you know, surface scratches, but the deeper scratches here on this one, you know, short of cutting it right back and then buffing it out to mirror polish, you know, there's no other sort of option. But as a test piece, we've discerned that the you know, the mop wheel rather was not the best. Right, so yeah, I think we're ready to move on to the final job and give that a crack. Like I said, it's a 2-step process, so we'll be using the Scotch-Brite and the buff. Now this buff, you know, to be entirely honest, I've had this fucking buff head for shit, mate, over a decade, so it's not the greatest, but it'll get us there. As you can see, the results, we've removed some scratches. Now this one's the test piece, so obviously this fresnel lens is you know, it's been kicking around, so it's pretty fucked, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah, tie your leads so that when you pull on them, they don't come out. It's nothing worse than being, you know, shoved in between a trailer or something of that nature in an awkward spot. You go to pull on the lead slightly and you pull the fucking thing out. So this one here is in a lot better condition. So we also learnt the lesson that perhaps you shouldn't polish both sides, as it tends to sort of wreck the lens. So we're going to move on to polishing this. Oh yeah, you can feel that now, man. Just pretend like you're lovingly basting a chicken or something. Alright, one more pass back and then we'll move on to the next stage of the process. As mentioned, it's the buffing stage, and we're going to do that, you know, nice and gently. And then once we've finished with that, we'll do probably the same amount of passes depending upon what it requires. Once we do that, we'll give it the final rub down with alcohol, and then we can set it up in a temporary frame and test it to see its functionality, and if it's all good, we will progress to building the the frame. Now the first frame will be somewhat of a primitive frame. I mean, you know, look, we're going to make it functional and we're going to make it right. You know what I mean? I'm a stickler for that, to be entirely honest. The welds will be mint, the fabrication will be right, and it will work as intended. Now, quick little note. Cutting compound. When you throw the cutting compound on, right, be sure to smooth it in with the buff head, because if you don't, you will throw it all over yourself and everything around you. Right, we'll give her a wipe down and that's fucking done. See how this goes. Little apprehensive that it's on the grinder, man, but you know, it just could be a little bit too much for it. Oh geez, that's not joking, that stuff. We better get into that, mate. No. See what I mean? Watch this.
Whoa!
Woo!
Whoa, that just went straight past my head like right there.